Ethan is talking about, oh, I don't like H3 snark. That's going to be the entirety of Ethan Klein's like content nuke, going to be like Hasan snark compilation. That's all that it is. This is all going to be the Willie Mac show regurgitated and recycled. So this is kind of like a mini content nuke. So this is Everyone Hates Hasan Piker. This was posted in the H3 subreddit. Bruh, this is going to be a banger when Hasan plays this on his stream while he's in another room. Hasan's chair is going to love this video. Hasan, everything on this video is untrue. Chatter, did you watch it? No way I'm going to give him clicks, bro. Okay, so anyway, let's just take a look at it because this is probably going to be like a preview to what Ethan has.
Hasan Piker is controversial for many reasons. The most prominent are his political beliefs that will not be the focus of this video. The focus instead will be on him and his many inconsistencies that often go ignored. Hasan does this by deflecting criticism of him by attacking those who give the criticism. This is all exemplified by his conversation.
So right off the bat, I think that's funny. It's like, oh yeah, Hasan gets criticized a lot because of his political beefs, or because of his political beliefs. I'm gonna ignore those political beliefs to look at like the consistency of his character, I guess. Kind of funny right off the bat there. It's like, okay, the political beliefs are kind of the main thing that Hasan gets criticized for. He was literally like top 3 for anti-Semite of the year.
With creator Willie Mac, who brought forward this exact criticism.
You wanted to debate about a video, you didn't.
Okay, dude. If this guy's bringing up Willie Mac, like that blows all of his credibility. That Willie Mac video was one of the worst videos I've ever seen in terms of the amount of disinformation that Willie Mac was putting out there, and just like not even analyzing any of the clips. He would just like show a clip of Hasan and be like, see, that clip shows that Hasan is a horrible person and he's going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity. All right, on to the next clip. It's like, dude, you're not actually saying anything. You don't know anything. You are a drama slop YouTuber and you're not analyzing anything that Hasan's saying. So how can you say it's bad when you don't even know what Hasan is saying? So right off the bat, this guy, Joon the King, is not, like, we're not even 30 seconds in and he's already not off to a good start.
Even watch.
Why? Yeah. If you're not this passionate about the subject, then you're basically admitting that you're a bottom-feeding drama farmer.
To add to this, Hasan knows what he is doing in diminishing the image of Willie Mac. It is a strategy he is aware of and hates.
To voluntarily and maliciously misunderstand my point so they can make YouTube videos and get ad revenue is that those clicks drive, that controversy and those clicks drive revenue in your direction and affinity from people who are looking for someone to be like, yeah, this Hasan guy.
Hasan is obtuse, hypocritical, and angry, all aspects that reflect on his most intense followers. This attitude is particularly grievous when he does not.
Yeah, wait, so what are these comments? So he's ignorant, obtuse, and angry, and all aspects that rub off on his most intense followers. This weird choice of words, like, is this Joon the King video AI? Is this channel like AI? Because it kind of sounds like it. Disliking Hasan is so difficult because 98% of people disliking Hasan have actual brain worms. Because that's obtuse and angry. Willie Mac show fell off. How, like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are these comments? Willie Mac show fell off. That is an indicator. That's an indication that Hasan's most intense followers, which once again, weird phrasing, is obtuse and angry. Saying that Willie Mac show fell off. Willie Mac is still just mad because he can't get beyond socialism is when no house. Okay, that's like referencing a meme in Hasan's community. I think Hasan is kind of cringe, but any big creators out there speaking up about Palestine deserve nothing but respect, IMO. Cut off the comment. Hasan and a few others are raising a lot of money for Palestinian children, more like silly whack show, frankly, IMO, IMHO. Once again, like, these are all completely reasonable comments. They're not even like hateful or spamming. And the guy's putting these comments up is saying that Hasan is cultivating a community of obtuse and hateful people.
That reflect on his most intense followers. This attitude is particularly grievous when he does not understand why.
His most intense followers. Dude, these people are nutty.
Why there is so much backlash in the things he does. Like his interview of a Yemeni pirate.
No way!
Wait, so I thought you weren't criticizing the politics of it. Why would you care who he's interviewing, right? So, like, obviously the criticism here is that, oh, he's a Yemeni kid. He's killed hundreds of Jews barehanded. That's why you can't see his arms, because they're covered in blood. But Hasan did it in a joking manner, right? But isn't that political? I thought you weren't criticizing the politics. So you're criticizing Hasan for interviewing. Bro, once again, these people are criticizing Hasan because of the politics, but they don't know enough about politics to be able to effectively criticize him. And it's just like, these people are so dumb. They literally, like, Ethan is talking about, oh, I don't like H3 snark. That's going to be the entirety of Ethan Klein's like content nuke, going to be like Hasan snark compilation. That's all that it is. This is all going to be the Willie Mac show regurgitated and recycled, man. Just like plopped back out there.
That's sick. Yes, yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
Hasan tries to defend this interview by stating that it was journalistic, yet it lacked critical questions that would qualify it as such. There is a dense history of moments like these that will attempt to paint a picture of who Hasan...
Bro, have you seen the state of journalism in America? Have you ever seen a journalist? Oh yeah, a journalist needs to ask critical questions to be considered a journalist. Dumb dude. He doesn't defend that interview because it's journalistic, so misrepresenting Hasan's position on this. He defends the interview because it is humanizing someone that has experienced genocide for the majority of their life. It has experienced famine, like a man-made famine, for the majority of their life. It is humanizing that person. It's not journalistic. Like, sure, you can ask the person about their life, but he's not asking them about the foreign affairs or like the domestic affairs of Yemen or the relationship between Yemen and Saudi Arabia because he's a teenager. Oh my God. Am I gonna have to like make a counter for every time this guy says something ridiculously stupid?
Piker was and now is, and why he is blamed for the recent Twitch apocalypse, and why he is the largest, most controversial streamer. But first, this video is sponsored.
Oh, he's not AI. That makes it even worse. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, Hasan is blamed for the Twitch adpocalypse. How is that going again? How is the Twitch adpocalypse going again? All right, this was 2 months ago. Been hearing about this a lot on Twitch and LSF, but I can't seem to find anything explaining what it is. There really isn't an adpocalypse taking place. It's advertisers not wanting to be associated with select sections of content. The political channels, for instance, got slammed on the ad revenue side and aren't making anywhere near as much as a channel that's more ad friendly like those in the animals category. Okay. Stream charts. The Twitch adpocalypse story. There is no Twitch adpocalypse new content classification label category causing grief for some streamers. So basically they just added a new content classification label. And if you are in a certain content classification, which advertisers think they don't want to be associated with, then you might take a revenue hit. That's not going to affect people that aren't talking about controversial issues like politics. So right off the bat, if this mother is going to be talking about Twitch adpocalypse, just know that he is straight up lying. Also, damn bro, get some interior design. Like I know my setup isn't the most visually appealing, but dude, your looks horrible. What is this core doing here? You have this one plant with nothing else on this make it look like an actual place that you're living. All right. Oh wow, he has an entire growing up section on Hasan.
Born July 25th, 1991 in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Hasan did not have a typical American upbringing because the majority...
Wait, Hasan did not have a typical American upbringing because what? He didn't grow up in America? Is that what he's going to say?
Of his developmental years were spent in Turkey. This is because he has influential parents that resided in Turkey, but had the wealth to fly to America and give Hasan U.S. citizenship.
What?
Hasan did not have a typical American upbringing because the majority of his developmental years were spent in Turkey. This is because he has influential parents that resided in Turkey, but had the wealth to fly to America and give Hasan U.S. citizenship through being born on U.S. soil.
Bro, what is the phrasing of it? Okay, so he's like, Hasan did not have the typical American childhood experience because he spent the majority of his formative years residing in Turkey. That's because he had influential parents that lived in Turkey. So he grew up in Turkey. You can just say he grew up in Turkey. What is this phrasing? It's like, oh yeah, Hasan was like an American psyop, but he developed in Turkey. That's why he's so off and weird. That's why he's so off-putting to the average American, because his influential parents resided in Turkey, making his formative years growing up in Turkey. But they had the money to fly to America to give Hasan dual citizenship. Yeah, dude, he's a anchor baby. What? This is so weird.
He did develop in Turkey.
Also, like, why are you starting a hit piece on Hasan on his childhood? Once again, extremely weird behavior from this guy.
Hasan describes himself as an Ameribu, slang that captures an interest with American culture in the more excessive senses. He describes himself as hedonistic, loving the material goods that can be tied to American culture and foods, such as snacks, that he took interest in. And to that...
Okay, is it just me, or is it extremely creepy that this guy's showing, like, pre-adolescent pictures of Hasan on this video that says everyone hates Hasan Piker? Like, this is really weird. Why are you showing kid pictures of Hasan?
While Hasan's family was financially very well off, his life was not perfect. Hasan often describes himself as struggling to lose weight. Other points of conflict were with ideologies and their presentation to him when growing up in Turkey. Something he did not conflict with was the mandatory service, but his parents did.
In Turkey, there's still this concept called a pink slip, because everyone has to serve in the military. Every able-bodied male has to serve in the military, either after high school or after college. I thought it would be good. Like, I thought it'd be good for, you know, I'd be even more fit. And my dad was like, I'll disown you. He said, like, I didn't spend this much money on you to fucking go and like die in a mountaintop somewhere, you idiot.
Hasan's parents guided a lot of his development, including his college. It was here that he went from living in Turkey to now
I've been like aware of Hasan for years as well. I've never seen a lot of, I think I've seen like one picture of Hasan that Hasan will use to show that he was fat as a kid. Like, where is this guy getting all of these child pictures of Hasan and his brother?
Living and attending college in Miami, where Hasan's parents wanted him to take up a traditional, well-paying profession such as a lawyer or doctor. Hasan was more interested in the nightlife of Miami.
What the, dude? What the is this? Okay, all right. I'm gonna skip through the growing up. Like, I really do not give a.
And my uncle at the time had a...
Like, when this guy said, I'm not going to focus on the politics, I'm going to focus on Hasan as a person, I didn't think that meant I'm going to focus on him as a 12-year-old. I'm going to focus on him as a prepubescent kid that thought joining the military was going to make him lose weight. I didn't think he'd go that far back.
YouTube channel / network called the Young Turks Network.
Though Hasan describes the Young Turks YouTube channel as small, in late 2013, the same year of his internship, the channel had over 1 million subscribers in a time that this sort of traction on the platform was hardly reachable. Moreover, according to Social Blade, during this time it was actually not just one of the most viewed channels on YouTube with nearly 1 million views a day, it was possibly the largest left-leaning YouTube channel on the platform. And so Hasan, living in LA, entered at his uncle's company and also lived in his uncle's house. Hasan describes his job as building the advertising and sales operation in the company. But what he really wanted to do was be in front of the camera. So as an additional obligation for himself, Hasan created videos. These would appear on a channel operated by the Young Turks under TYT University. As per the header of the channel, and as the name implies, this was a lifestyle channel that skewed in the direction of college life. And so the videos largely revolved around sexual topics and not the typical discussion of politics the network was known for. Hasan's entry was his Bro Tip series. You're thinking it, he's saying it.
Leave your comments and ideas and opinions that I really...
I'm not going to focus on politics. Instead, I will dump my stalker dossier. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what this video is. Wait, so is this guy doing the thing where he's like, is he doing the same thing Ethan does, where he's showing Hasan doing those bro tips and saying that that's genuinely what Hasan believed?
As building the advertising and sales operation in the company. But what he really wanted to do was be in front of the camera. So as an additional obligation for himself...
Dude, stop showing such sexy pictures of Hasan.
But what he really wanted to do was be in front of the camera. So as an additional obligation for himself, Hasan created videos. These would appear on a channel operated by the Young Turks under TYT University. As per the header of the channel, and as the name implies, this was a lifestyle channel that skewed in the direction of college life. And so the videos largely revolved around sexual topics and not the typical discussion of politics the network was known for. Hasan's entry was his Bro Tip series. You're thinking it, he's saying it.
Leave your comments and ideas and opinions that I really truly care about in the section below. And if you don't, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna have with your dog. And once more, Bro Tip has ended, audience. I have successfully given you just the tip.
This was from a sub 2-minute video where Hasan provides his top 3 favorite cheeses. And as per the archive of the YouTube page, it was not very well received. Looking at other archived episodes, this looks to be the standard. Like this one where Hasan gives tips on how to get women in a club.
Let's get out of here. It's time to get out of there, and it's time to separate her from her herd, meaning her crowd of girlfriends that are going to do their best to block you because they're fat and lonely. Leave your comments and ideas and opinions that I really truly care about in the section below. And if you don't, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna have with your dog.
Following this poor reception, Hasan would open a video reading a zesty comment.
Sir Meowington says his head looks way too small for his body. If you're saying that about my head, you should see the size of my...
Some of the dislike of Hasan was possibly because he was edgy with some of the jokes he would make in these videos.
A few things to consider when you're thinking about Lady Gaga as a top contender for Babe of the Week should be the fact that she might have a... Come back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark? I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little... Don't even try to hide it. Look, this is a classic example of what happens when your father doesn't pay attention to you. You turn out to be a who's craving for attention, and then I tend to pick you up at a bar late night out on the first date.
With TYT University rebranding at least twice over the years and the entirety of the Bro Tip series wiped from the channel, it is difficult to say how the series developed. But what is known is Hasan does not look back on this...
Bro, Hasan's literally talked about this, has he not? Has he not talked about Bro Tips? I mean, there's clips of him talking about it. Just gonna see if we find anything. Hasan defends himself. Okay, so look, literally 2 seconds when we have a video. Hasan defends himself from his old cringe Bro Tip videos.
I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. To start you off on this beautiful day. Now, you might be wondering, Hasan, why is this such a freaky day? And that Can you show us archived TYT videos of you giving advice to college guys? What? Why would I do that? That was like archived advice videos. Those were satire, and that literally was like 10 years ago. And not only that, but it was also like something that my haters will routinely post about to be like, look, yeah, that is not even archived. That is like deleted. And some he's found it like a while ago to try and cancel me. It's weird, Boomtown. Bro, that person is a hater trying to bait 100%. I mean, it's a 14-month subscription.
Okay, anyway, we don't really need to see the rest of that, but he literally says it's satire and it was deleted because it's like people actually thought it was real. That took about, what, a minute to find out? And this video was posted 7 months ago. This video was posted 5 days ago and didn't do any research. What a good documentarian. And Jesus Christ, the guy being like, oh yeah, well this was this was deleted, so it's hard to find out his true intentions for it. It's like, okay, well, did you reach out to him? Did you do any bit of research about it at all? Or are you just going to pretend that that was his genuine views, like what Ethan Klein did?